welcome to 49 Unbeaten, the official ArsenalVavel podcast. This is episode 21. I'm joined by Dan, Ben, and Jack's back, and we are going to be reviewing the Arsenal versus Benfica Europa League round of 32 second leg, which we won. We're through. Yeah.
Get it.
Go on, you Gunners! That was very nervous. I was like heart going until like 85th minute, until Vavel put that header in from Saka. It started so well, Dan, and then we kicked on. We knew what we had to do, and we got the early goal, which was important.
Yeah, definitely. Was that another "Come on, you Gunners" for the clips on Twitter?
You never know. Doing what you will.
Yeah. Now the game was just. Oh, it had everything, didn't it? It had just, well, maybe not a red card, but it was. Your heart was just going throughout. I've seen Twitter, everyone saying, I feel 25 years older. I feel I need my heart checked. Hair's falling out. Like, just Arsenal's just stress, and Aubameyang at the end, and you just saw him head that in. And I don't know about you guys, but the goal went in, and I was like went crazy. And then I saw the replay, and I was like, I think that's offside.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I think that's offside. And then somehow there was like that much of a gap, and I was like, I mean, clearly someone's looking down on us, but it was unbelievable game. Like, people say special European nights, and that's normally like a big win against a big team, but like that was like stressful.
Jack, it was, you don't want to blame anyone, but if we'd have lost that game, you would have had to have put that Ceballos at full. Because two mistakes cost us 2 goals and very nearly cost us our place in Europe.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, it's just the unneeded foul, and you know, when you're giving players a chance to get back in the game like that, and then just the header back to Leno, it was a hospital pass. It's just bringing memories back of just, you know, Olympiacos, where we were so close, and then just but I'm just so glad that we pulled through eventually. But yeah, if we did go out, I think I wouldn't like to blame Ceballos, but yeah. I think, you know, those 2 mistakes, it just wasn't.
It gave me Koscielny and Szczesny League Cup final.
Yeah.
I saw it, I was like, oh, and then he just walked it in. I was like, oh no. Like, it's just
it was just sort of slow motion as well, because you saw him look over his shoulder, go, oh, David Luiz is there, the attacker's there. I'm going to try, and I watched it, and I was like, he's going to try something stupid here. It is, isn't it? And you just watched it in slow motion, just completely sort of missed the header.
Header it forwards, not backwards.
Well, it doesn't matter. We went through in there. Like, it didn't matter. Kieran Tierney, I think, I've seen a lot of praise for Saka. Obviously, great assist. Aubameyang got 2 goals, but I was surprised that he started. But that is just real captain material, isn't it? And the passion, he scored the goal, he didn't celebrate. He said, get that ball back to the middle and let's go again. He was, I love him. He's the next captain, surely, of this club.
When he's not playing, we miss that passion, that grit that he provides. And, you know, last night when, you know, we did score that goal, it brings that spark to the team. It's almost, you know, it's like any other Euro. Say, for example, we didn't have him in the team, I think we may have lost that game if he didn't score that goal. You know, him providing when we need him the most, when he's providing that grit and that passion, you know, that drive, he's so crucial to, you know, as well as our defence, to our attack as well.
People forget he's a serial winner at Celtic. Like yes, it's Celtic, but there is an expectation that you win everything every season. And he brings that winning mentality that we need to the dressing room. And like, if it wasn't for him last night, like you say, Josh, like Saka, unbelievable. Aubameyang, brilliantly taken 2 goals. And Kieran Tierney, when everyone's heads were down, everyone was like, I think we're going out here, takes that ball. Nice little assist from Willian, by the way.
Yeah,
and takes that ball and he blasts it in the bottom corner. And he's like, all right, you lot, get your act together. Get this, like you say, captain material. And it's something we've been lacking, because I know for a fact if Cedric was playing, we wouldn't have scored that goal.
We criticise Arteta. Well, especially me, with some of those team selections and substitutions. And I saw Willian come on, and my heart sunk. I was just like, we need a goal. We're bringing someone on who's got 1 assist all season.
I will actually defend Willian. On this occasion, I actually thought it was a decent substitution because, if you bring on Pepe and Martinelli, situationally, I know. Look at me like I'm crazy. But like, Willian has got so many years of experience in Champions League games and in Europa League games. And if you're bringing on Martinelli and Pepe, or either of them, it just feels like they could get a bit like deer in the headlights, sort of, I've got to do something. Whereas William was very good, I thought, when he came on, actually. He kept his head. He made us just continue ticking over, made simple passes, which I think was really important when everyone's sort of thinking, we need to go, let's find that killer pass every time.
Yeah.
There's no expectation on him now, is there? Because everyone's seeing how bad he's been. No offense, but he's just like, there's no expectation for him to do anything. So when he does, it's like, whoa. Like, he got more than 1 assist, didn't he? Because he got the 1 against Wolves, and then he got the 2 on the opening day of the season.
Yeah.
So
I think he got all 3 on the opening day of the season, didn't he? If we're counting that missed shot.
Yeah. But is this maybe the turning point for Willian? Is he now going to go on and become a crucial part of our team? Who knows?
I wouldn't give that. I think I wouldn't necessarily go that far, but you've got to credit Arteta for it worked. I mean, he didn't score, and it wasn't like a wonder pass, but it was a sensible pass, like you said, Ben. Just that little pass that maybe where Pepe would have tried to cut inside, or sort of someone a bit younger, less experienced, who wanted to make a headline for themselves. He played a smart pass. So we now know who we've got in the next round. Are we considering the team we've played, at the tie we've come through? Is it a draw we're content with? It's better than it could have been. Some of the things we've avoided. I know we joke. There's a joke going on, like on-running joke on this podcast about the game that cannot be mentioned that we reference almost every episode. But it's a game that sort of last season, I think, defined our season pre-FA Cup. Because you think before that was so demoralising. We thought our season was over. Then we went on had a good FA Cup run. We said Benfica would be a season-defining game. We got through it, and now we play almost the old enemy again. Is it a draw that you're happy with? We can't it's obviously different seasons. We can't preview it yet. It's an okay draw, considering that Man United got AC Milan. In retrospect, it's okay.
I think if you're looking at it just on teams that we could have got, then yes. If you take away all of like the emotional baggage of last season, saying, we drew Olympiacos. Remember, we used to beat them regularly. They used to be the whipping boys in our Champions League group stage.
Yeah.
I remember we used to smash them on a regular basis. Yeah. Like, we shouldn't be scared of Olympiacos. Like, last season was bad. Yeah, sure.
Stop, you're cursing it again. Stop.
Yes, stop.
But we're Arsenal Football Club, and even with the decline we've had, we should be looking at that and saying, right, Olympiacos, that's much easier than other times we've come through before. We remember we beat Milan a couple of years ago, and I would say that's a much harder tie now. Rangers got a horrible tie.
Yeah.
I think
we got Milan, Valencia. Was that the same year? Or was that
Napoli? Did we get Napoli?
Napoli, yeah. We got Napoli as well, yeah.
And
that was a very tough one, but it was and you can see it already. You've cursed it. It's going to be Olympiacos 0-0 the first leg. The second leg's going to be 0-0 until the 90 plus 11 minutes, and then it's going to be a Rob Holding own goal or something like that.
This comes back to the Emirates to score a winner and prove everyone wrong.
Yeah, I can just see that being taken into a little clip on Twitter of me saying we shouldn't be scared of it.
I think you've hit it now on the head there. If it wasn't because of the result last season, we'd see that as that's a quality result. That's a quality draw. I think that's how we should look at it. We've got the draw could have been worse, and I think we've got a nice game there. I think
we definitely earned it after that performance last night, because it was just, it went either way. Like, for so long, it could have gone either way, and we dug in, and we've not seen that from Arsenal this season. That digging in till the final whistle, because obviously sort of we wind them up. They get 2 away goals. You think that's it? We've got to score 2, and we drive. And I think that's led by Tierney. It's been led by Saka, who's I think been our best player this season, undoubtedly. I think you look at it. You think Aubameyang's had a poor season. He scored 13 goals and 8 in his last 9 or something. So he's got a decent return of where we are. Not obviously where he was last year, but is this maybe his turning point as well, that he's going to crack on now and go not sort of go and score 30 goals that he did last year, but of a similar sort of thing, that he's going to go now and be the Aubameyang that we're used to seeing.
He's come to form at the crucial moment that we've needed him to, hasn't he? It's almost written in the stars. You know, he's not had a great season, you know, and obviously the family situation he had as well. It's, you know, he's scoring goals when we need him most, and you know, as captain, you know, and for the player that Aubameyang is, you do expect that. But you know, hopefully this is the turning point now, that game and the result against Benfica, you know, him scoring those 2 crucial goals. I mean, he could have had a hat trick, but obviously it was ruled offside. But you know, finally getting him back on the score sheet. Obviously in the Premier League, the season's over for us. But him coming to form and when we need him most, it's going to be crucial for if we are going to have success this season.
It's good. It's nice to see, considering how good he's been. He got the new contract he signed. There was a big deal about that, and it's just sort of not gone how we all expected it to go. So it's good to see. It's really nice to see him, considering what he's done and how well he's been for the club. Is just briefly on Leicester. They obviously got knocked out. Is that we're doing a Leicester preview in a bit that's going out as well today? But just quickly, is that a game that now you think their heads are going to drop? They've lost out of Europe, or is it almost a relief for them that they don't have an extra 8 games or something that they can now focus on getting that top 4? Are we going to benefit from them going out and playing them straight away, or could it be a negative that they're now fully focused on the league? They can go out and they don't have to rest players. They don't have to worry about injuries.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game because, well, Leicester, I believe they sit in. Where are they in the table? They're in around the top 4 places.
In the top 4, yeah.
Third, I think, after Man United won. I think City, United, Leicester.
Yeah, so they've been one of the best teams in the league this season. They went out last night. They're going to have a point to prove, I think. They're not going to. Brendan Rodgers will be saying, we're still in the Premier League. We're still in the fight for the Champions League places, which is unfortunately where we're not. So for us this season, it's Europa League or bust. Yeah. And which unfortunately, where we've shot ourselves in the foot the last couple of seasons, because we've then failed to actually deliver the goods when it comes to qualifying for Europe. Qualifying for the Champions League. Yeah. But we simply have to. We have to win it this season. It's a tough ask, but we have to win it because we're Arsenal Football Club. We need to be in the Champions League, so we need to win the Europa League. I'm sorry, but we can beat Manchester United. The form Spurs are in at the moment, we can beat them. AC Milan, I think, they're not the team they used to be. And then Olympiacos is just a mental hurdle more than anything else. So we need to be beating these teams, and we need to be back in the Champions League, which I believe if we can strengthen in the summer with the wages we now have available. We sold Mesut Ozil, we got rid of Socrates, Kolasinac, Mustafi. We've got lots of wages to then go sign maybe a couple of quality midfielders, a right back, maybe a backup left back, and then there's talk of Edouard from Celtic as potentially a Lacazette replacement. Yeah, so we just need if we can bring in players like that, if we can win the Europa League, qualify for the Champions League, and then have a decent transfer window, I do believe we can be a Champions League side again.
Winning it would feel like a nice round off. I mean, obviously we can't anticipate that we'll be Champions League with like regulars again next season, but we've went semi-final, final, and you thought, right, let's go on now. And then round of 16, it would almost be like a nice way to end this sort of journey. I don't want to sound sort of like so like blasé and sort of like so preachy about it, but it would be a nice end to that period.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think the reality we'll have to come to terms with is that we'll probably be, results, provided results go away, we'll probably be in the Europa League again next season. Being completely realistic, this is a Champions League level club with a mid-table / lower European places team.
Yeah.
And, we've got a couple of superstars in there. In Saka and maybe Aubameyang, you put up there, Leno, Tierney. Then there's just so much stuff around them where you sort of go, yeah, okay, and what? Like you could quite easily build a much better side out of the bottom half of the league and just chuck Aubameyang and Saka in it. Like there are so many better players around us that we should be sort of looking at, I suppose, in the summer that we could go and get. Like if we ended up following sort of Liverpool's model and picking up relegation threatened our players, that might be a good way to go. But we I don't think we'll be in the Champions League next season, and I'm hoping that this is like my reverse cursing, so we'll be there next season. It's fine. But I don't know. It just doesn't feel like I don't feel like I could say hand on heart we deserve to be in the Champions League next season, based on what we've seen so far.
It doesn't. You never know. Obviously, league form has been atrocious, but again, it's Europe. And as we saw last night, anything can happen. We can go and score a last-minute winner, and it takes us through.
I wouldn't count on it.
We know who we've got next round. As we said, we've got Olympiacos. So we will be back in a couple of weeks to preview that. Obviously, it's Leicester at the weekend. We'll have a preview for that coming out today. And let's just be happy we went through.
Yeah.
We can have
we'll enjoy it while we can.
We can have 2 days of happiness, and then we're going to lose. It's the lunchtime kickoff, aren't we? So we're going to lose at the weekend.
That's unbelievable, by the way. Putting us at lunchtime kickoff after we've played at 6 and Leicester at 8, and then there's like Liverpool, Sheffield United at 7 p.m. What is that about?
Not to mention, by the way, that the game that should not be mentioned is now going to have 2 episodes on this podcast dedicated to it. Because we brought them again. So let's hope. So we're now going to beat the curse, and we're going to beat Olympiacos.
Yeah.
And we're going to go and win Europa.
Oh no, you just cursed it. Then you just said we're going to beat them.
It's just a cursed episode. What are we going to do?
Episode.
But we won. We beat Benfica. We said we'd beat Benfica in our predictions. We all ended up being right. We didn't get the score accurate.
It was a lot closer than we thought it would
be. But we came through it. So, relief, we went through. We've got Olympiacos in the next round. Let's put all our demons aside and we'll go on and kick on and progress to the quarterfinals. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, follow us on our Twitter, on our new Instagram page, YouTube, everything, all links in the bio, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.